Guys, let's have an honest conversation right now. How many times have you laid awake wondering, am I really satisfying her the way she needs? This isn't the kind of question you ask your buddies, and you definitely won't find real answers scrolling through the internet. Because here's the truth. Pornography and all that locker room talk has filled men's heads with more nonsense than facts when it comes to real intimacy. Listen carefully. The way you approach intimacy, how you move your body, and how you stay in control during sex, these things determine whether she's left quietly disappointed or whether her entire body lights up with pleasure that makes her crave you again and again. I'm here to show you the second option. Today, I'm sharing 5 scientifically supported, real-world methods that every man needs to know. These will instantly improve your intimacy, help you last longer, and give her the actual experience she desires, not what you assume she wants. Before we jump in, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're watching for the first time, and leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. I genuinely love seeing men from all over the world gathering here to improve themselves. Now, let's destroy some dangerous myths, and then we'll explore the 5 tips that women desperately wish more men understood. The biggest myth. Destroying your confidence. Here's myth number 1 that needs to die. Sex is all about size and speed. This is the garbage message men absorb from pornography. Bigger, faster, harder. That's the formula, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. That's not what creates genuine satisfaction for most women. Science paints a completely different picture. Research consistently proves that for women, technique, emotional connection, and paying attention matter way more than size or how long you can keep pounding away like a machine. Think about the biology for a second. The female body responds to rhythm, variety, clitoral stimulation, and emotional presence, not endless mechanical thrusting. Yet so many good men walk around carrying silent fear and anxiety, believing they're somehow not enough. And you know what happens? That anxiety creeps into the bedroom. You finish too quickly. You get trapped inside your own head. You completely miss the signals she's sending you. So let me be crystal clear about something. You don't need to be bigger. You need to be smarter, more present, and more connected to what her body is telling you. And that's exactly what I'm here to teach you. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. Ada James. I'm a board-certified urologist with 10 years of hands-on experience working with men's health and intimacy issues. I've had conversations with thousands of men, guys in their 30s, 50s, 70s, who all ask basically the same question in different ways. How can I be better in bed? How can I last longer? How can I make absolutely sure my partner is truly satisfied? After 10 years of this work, here's what I've learned. There's a clear pattern. The men who succeed aren't always the most physically fit, the youngest, or the most well-endowed. They're the men who actually listen, who adapt quickly, and who use a few essential techniques that work with female biology instead of fighting against it. So let's dive into those 5 game-changing tips right now. Tips number 1. Begin slowly and gently. Why does it work so well? Because sexual pleasure isn't only about physical stimulation, it's fundamentally about anticipation and desire. When you build up her arousal and then intentionally pull back for a moment, her body starts desperately craving more. You're essentially training her nervous system to respond more powerfully when you give that stimulation back to her. Here's exactly how to do this in practice. Find a rhythm and movement that she clearly enjoys. Stay with it for a bit, then deliberately slow everything down. Use shorter strokes with less intensity. Watch carefully how her body reacts to this change. She might squirm, pull you closer to her, or even beg you for more. When you finally return to that original rhythm, the pleasure she experiences multiplies dramatically. But here's an important warning. Don't tease her right when she's about to climax. That feels like you're stealing the moment away from her, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Teasing works best during the earlier stages to build anticipation and desire. Think about it this way. Would you rather give her a single tiny spark? Or would you rather light a roaring fire that keeps burning intensely? Teasing creates that fire. Tip number 3. Change your tempo and rhythm. Here's a common mistake I see men making constantly. They discover a rhythm that feels good, and then they get completely stuck there. Same depth, same angle, same exact speed, over and over and over. It works okay for a little while, but then the body adapts to it. Nerve endings become desensitized. What felt absolutely incredible 5 minutes ago now starts feeling repetitive and boring. The solution? Variety and change. Sometimes move slowly and deeply. Sometimes move fast and shallow. Sometimes pause everything completely and switch to a different position. Biologically, this constant variety keeps nerve endings alert and responsive. Emotionally, it keeps her wondering what's coming next, in the best possible way. Practically, it helps you manage your own stamina because you're not exhausting yourself by maintaining one single demanding pattern. So remember this important principle. Rhythm is good and important, but variety is what keeps the entire symphony alive and exciting. Tip number 4. Use grinding, not just thrusting. This technique right here is an absolute game changer. Most men believe that sex is entirely about in and out penetration, but here's the powerful secret that changes everything. For most women, the clitoris, not the vagina, is the most sensitive and responsive source of pleasure. Now, the clitoris isn't just that small, visible part you see externally. It's actually a much larger structure that extends beneath the skin, wrapping around the entire vaginal canal. That means when you press your pelvis firmly against hers and use grinding motions instead of just thrusting, you're stimulating a massive network of highly sensitive nerves. Try this technique in positions like missionary or when she's on top of you. Focus on grinding motions, circular movements, angled pressure, or steady rocking back and forth. Keep your pelvis close to hers and maintain that firm, constant contact. Biologically, you're directly stimulating her most responsive nerve network. Emotionally, she feels completely enveloped and deeply connected to you. Practically, grinding actually helps you last longer because it's less directly stimulating for you compared to fast thrusting. That's genuinely a win-win situation. She receives more of exactly what she wants, and you gain better control over yourself. Tip number 5. Pay complete attention. If you remember absolutely nothing else from this entire video, remember this one critical thing. Pay complete attention to her. Your greatest tool in the bedroom isn't your size, your stamina, or even these specific techniques I've taught you. It's your awareness and attention. Her breathing patterns, the sounds she makes, the way her body moves and responds against yours. These are constant signals telling you exactly what feels good and what doesn't work for her. Every single woman is different and unique. What worked perfectly for one partner might not work at all for another. Pornography doesn't teach you this truth. Locker room stories definitely don't teach you this. But her body will tell you absolutely everything you need to know if you actually listen and pay attention. Biologically, tuning in carefully helps you adjust to her arousal cycle in real time. Emotionally, it demonstrates that you care deeply about her experience. Practically, it prevents you from falling into robotic, boring patterns that leave both of you unsatisfied. Presence equals power. Don't just mechanically go through the motions. Be completely there with her in that moment. Here's your action plan. Moving forward, let me put this all together into a clear action plan for you. Start slowly. Let her body warm up naturally and properly. Tease early. Build anticipation and desire gradually. Mix your tempo. Variety always beats monotony and repetition. Grind as well as thrust. Maximize her pleasure while giving yourself better control. Stay completely present. Listen carefully, adapt quickly, and respond to what she needs. Practice these 5 steps consistently, and you'll notice changes almost immediately. Not just in how she reacts, but in your own confidence and self-assurance. A message about pressure and expectations. Let me pause for an important moment here, because I know some of you might be feeling pressure right now. Maybe you've struggled with stamina issues before. Maybe you felt like you disappointed a partner in the past. Maybe you're worried that you're too old or past your physical prime. Let me tell you the absolute truth. It's never too late to improve yourself. I've personally worked with men in their 60s, 70s, even their 80s, who discovered that with the right techniques and some attention to their overall health, they could become significantly better lovers than they ever were in their 20s. This journey isn't about chasing impossible perfection. It's about presence, genuine connection, and small adjustments that create big differences in real life. So take a deep breath. You're not broken or defective. You're learning and growing, and that commitment alone already puts you ahead of most men out there. Gentlemen, here's the real bottom line that matters. Women don't want a performance or a show. They want a genuine experience with you. When you slow down, tease properly, vary your movements, use grinding techniques, and truly pay attention to her, you're not just giving her physical pleasure. You're giving her emotional safety, confidence in your relationship, and deep connection with you. And in return, you'll feel her desire, her trust, and her passion grow stronger for you. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. This is about being the kind of man who genuinely understands that real intimacy is both physical and emotional at the same time. So the next time you're intimate with your partner, don't ask yourself, "Am I good enough?" Instead, ask yourself these questions. Am I really listening? Am I connecting with her? Am I making this moment about us together, not just about me? If your honest answer is yes, then you're already giving her more than 90% of men ever will in their entire lives. If you found this helpful and valuable, please like this video. It genuinely helps more men discover this important message. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss health and intimacy advice that creates real differences in your life. And drop a comment below telling me which tip resonated with you most, or ask a question you'd like me to answer in a future video. Remember this truth: your age does not define your vitality or capability. Small changes create freedom, confidence, and deep satisfaction in your life. I'm Dr. Ada James, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of your health, your body, and your relationships, because you deserve nothing less than the best.